Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca, also known as Reiki Reselling. I'm a part-time reseller over on Vinted and eBay. It is freezing outside and I think I just jinxed myself. I said in my last video, let's have a look at some charity shops, let's have a look at some car boot sales, and it's miserable outside. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Just hope it's open. I think it doesn't matter what time of day that you go to a charity shop, especially the Salvation Army, they always have the same monotonous tunes on every 2 seconds. So for your viewing pleasure, guys, I've quietened down a little bit because it was actually blaring. It was really, really bad. They had a couple of paintings, so there was a nice oil painting, but I couldn't really find much about it. There was also a nice local artwork, but I couldn't find anything about it, to be fair. It looked like it was a limited edition because it was 40 out of 50 prints, but I googled the person and I couldn't find anything. I did grab this though because it was only 60p, so I thought, what a bargain. Right beside it, they also had this gorgeous candlesticks as well. These were only £1.30 each. Bit grubby, but they're really, really lovely. I had to have them. Now, I thought this was really, really cute as well. It just was like a little vintage trinket dish. It was only £2, but I don't think that was the lid for it because it just came off too quick. You can't really see it on camera at the moment, but when I put these candlesticks down, there was another reseller that was eyeing them up. So I just forgot what I was looking at and just picked them up and just ran away. Because absolutely not, I want these candlesticks. And now at my least favourite, the British Heart Foundation. But I've picked up some stuff before. Sorry for my noisy quote, guys. I've just realised how it comes on the audio. I'm really, really sorry. Absolutely love that. So if you know me by now, you know that I tend to make a beeline straight for the clothes when I come to this shop. I've had varying success with it, not gonna lie, especially because it is the clearance section. Sometimes there's a person that doesn't really know what they have, so they put it out cheap. But what I did like was all of these bits of furniture that were on cheap. I just thought they were great for someone starting out, especially at £3 and £5. Hi guys, so I'm back from the charity shops. Before I go into everything that I've picked up, I do just want to say a massive thank you to not only all the new subscribers, because that's amazing, but obviously all of the lovely supportive comments that I've had over the last few videos or so. I've been in a really low place and I was really humming and hawing whether to actually upload the previous video, and you know what? It was totally worth it for the comments. You guys have really helped me get out my funk. I'm still not quite there yet. Obviously I've got loads of auctions ending today, but it's really helped us, and a little bit of retail therapy's helped us too. So I really, really thank you for that one. Anyway, enough of the heavy conversation. Let's move on to everything that I picked up. So I went to 3 charity shops today. I went to, first up was the Animal Sanctuary local independent one. That's based in Durham. That's near my kiddie Winks' school. I then went to the Salvation Army over in Sunderland, and then on the way back home I popped into the British Heart Foundation, which is in Washington. So been a bit of around the northeast, not gonna lie, but I'm really, really happy with the stuff I picked up. It's not what I intended to pick up at all, but you know what I'm like. I pick up all these quirky things that other people don't really see. Don't know why I see them, why I make a beeline for them. I just think they're cool, they're unusual, and then I go from there. which not many resellers do, so that's probably why they didn't. So I'll show you the items that I did in order. So my favourite pickup from today, and the first pickup that I had, was these Doc Martens. Originally, I actually thought they were fake because I've never seen them with the white stitching. I've never seen them with the white tag. They always have the yellow on them. Obviously it might have clashed with the design, so that's why I think they've done white. But when I checked them out, they are genuine. There's comps on eBay for them showing that they're selling between £40 and £50. So really, really happy. And they've got all the telltale signs. They are quite good condition as well. There's the other one. The thing that made us like worry, besides the stitching, was actually how they wrote Doc Marten on it. Because it's all like scratchy, signature kind. And yeah, but they've barely been worn, and I'm really, really happy. I only paid £4 for them as well. So £4 into £40. Woohoo! They're the kind of pickups that I absolutely love. So yes. After that, obviously I made a beeline for the Salvation Army. I picked up some stuff that you're probably gonna wonder why, but it is what it is. I'm ecstatic for the pickups that I've had. So the first thing that I picked up was these. These are by Hoggle. I paid £2.25 for them. They're just like a burgundy sort of heel. Apart from the stickiness of where the label's been, they're in fantastic condition. The comps are a bit all over the place for them though, so they're going anywhere between £15 and £25. I think they're a popular design. They're very functional but fashionable with the buckle on and everything. So I am going to push more for the £20 mark once I've cleaned up the sole. But if you actually check out the heels on them, let me do it like that, you can see that they've barely been worn. So yeah, really, really happy with them, and I think they're kind of like a vintage style, so I'm hoping they're going to be popular. After that, I picked up this. It is vintage. It was only 60p. It was made in China. It's just a lovely little trinket box. You'll be surprised what stuff like this sells for. This was going anywhere between 15 to 20 again, and that was not just listed, that was sold as well, which is something that you really need to look out for, because something can be cheap like this, 60p, and it'll have listings for like £20, £30, £40, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to sell for. So it's always best to look at the sold stuff first before you get your hopes up after, like when you're checking the listing out. So yeah, really, really nice. If that does not sell, I'm actually going to an event in June, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, even though I'm getting way ahead of myself. If it doesn't sell by June, I am going to put this on the stand for what I'm doing in June. So that's one item. The next items, I'm a bit confused why they're selling them individually, because they always come in pairs. Okay. But I was quite happy when I seen these. So these were £1.30 each. The lovely little Chinese candlestick holders. They do have a bit of wear in the sense that they will need cleaning, and the bases are a little bit worn, but there's no chips on them. There's no scratches on them. Really, really happy. Again, these go for £25 to £30. So a little bit higher than the trinket boxes. But I just think they're really, really pretty. Really, really nice. And if I was, like, I am into, like, Japanese stuff and Oriental stuff. But when you have two boys, especially autistic boys, stuff like that in your house will last 2 minutes. And it's such a shame. So, yeah, I'd rather they go to a home that someone would really, really appreciate them with. But yeah, £2.60 into £25, £30. That's amazing. I wasn't just looking for cheap stuff, but the cheap stuff just jumped out at us. And that's what you want, really, isn't it? You want quality stock that's cheap. This was £1.50. I've took the sticker off it. they did say that it's checked, it is working. It's just a Disney clock. I don't know if this is a Primani one. I don't think it's vintage, but I thought it was pretty cool. And even if I just have to whack it on vintage for a £5, that's still £3.50 profit. And you can tell it's a bit more modern because of the plastic on the back. But yeah, really happy with that. I was actually surprised by the comps on this one, to be fair, because some of them are reaching £15, but I don't know if I can get that. I mean, it's in immaculate condition, it's just a bit dusty, so I'll try, but we'll see. So that was the Salvation Army. That's obviously my favourite charity shop. Obviously they were the best buy of the day, but I went to couldn't think of the charity shop there. Honestly, this cold's just going to my brain. I went to the British Heart Foundation. I didn't spend much there. I think I spent like £6, and I'll show you what I got. So this was the favourite thing that I got from there. Don't know if you can see it very well. It's like a mirror, and then it's got like different paintings on it. It's meant to look like a shop front or like a window. And obviously it's got like the books and the plant and then the blind or like cover, whatever you want to say. But yeah, it was only £3. Does need a bit of a wipe down. I do think it's more on the modern side than vintage, but I am super duper happy with that, because again, that will suit the event that I'm going for in June. So yeah, happy with that. And then lastly, I picked up this Fast and Furious mug. It was £2.50. It's by Universal Studios. I've seen some comps non-sold for £25, so I thought I'll give it a gamble, and if not, the hubby will have that, because I think it's really quirky with the spanner. Yeah. Is there like a ride in Universal Studio Fast and Furious? Because I honestly can't remember. It was years ago when I went. But how cool is that? There's no chips on it or anything, so yeah. Over in Springwell Village, which is just this little tiny village near me, they do something called a 1940s weekend. So the village itself has like a big train station, but it's like a really old one, like a railway, and they've got all of the like historical 1920s 1930s carts there, and then the community centres there as well. And every year they do like this grand weekend. It's usually in June as well. They've just announced the dates for this year, and they have loads of like sole traders there, but it all has to be vintage themed. So you've got people that's doing like honey using the traditional methods. You've got people selling clothes. There isn't actually a one that's similar to mine though. I'm the only one that's put forward to be clothes and antiques. So really happy with that, because they don't get many vintage sellers that are selling clothes these days. I don't know why, if it's because of like eBay and Vinted and stuff, but really happy and really excited to go there. So that's obviously coming in June, but I need stock for it. I've got loads of brooches that I picked up last year. I haven't even tried to sell them on eBay or anything. I've also got these sort of like country style hats. I've got these in abundance, and I've got the nice little boat hats as well. Haven't tried to sell them at all. I just want to sell them for the stall. And then I've got like these knitted jumpers, some nice crocheted blankets. So yeah, it's going to be really colourful but pastely themed for the most part. So yeah, really excited about that, but not as excited as I am about these. Okay. I can't believe it. So the little charity shop near my son's school has all of the shoes for £4. It doesn't matter what brand they are, what size they are, what condition they are. And originally I thought these Doc Martens were fake, because I've never seen them with the white stitching, I've never seen them with the white tag, and certainly not that kind of like scrolly writing either. But they are 100% genuine. They're worth about £40, but I only paid £4 for them. So really happy with that, and they are in amazing condition. They look like they've only been worn a couple of times. There's a tiny crease in it, and that's literally it. Like, the soles are perfect. And the way obviously you test the soles, you might have seen like Jammy Dodger and stuff like that do it, is to go like that as well. But you can usually see how much of the sole's been worn, if the soles are matching, etc. Because I've done it before, and I'm sure some of you have as well. I've picked up a pair, not Doc Martens, just like trainers in general, and they look identical, they look like a pair, and it turns out they're not, and you can tell by the soles. So yeah, really happy with them though. £4 into 40, amazing. And do you know what it is? That charity shop is the it's very hit and miss, to be honest. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's not, so you've got to get in there when it is open, because there's always something. There's very rarely that I don't pick up something from that shop. So yeah, I think that was I'm just looking over my favourite stuff from the day, and that's definitely my favourite. Comment down below obviously what your favourite pickup was. Have you picked up anything interesting recently that you want to shout out about? Please obviously comment down below. And I do just want to say a massive thank you to all the new subscribers and everyone that's been commenting. I was in a really low place when I did that video, and you really did pick us up and help us plough through it all. So really happy with that. It meant the world. It really did. So thank you very much. And I'll be honest, I'll do more of them kind of videos if people like that sort of thing. But I didn't really want to be raw and vulnerable on it, and it turns out I was, because I was going through something, and I'm still not 100% out of it. I'm still in a bit of a funk. But when you pick up stuff like that, and then you see stuff that's perfect for future endeavours that you're doing, it does just pick you up a little bit. And that's always the best part of reselling, the buying. I've just got to list all of them now. So yeah, if you have made it this far though, I do appreciate it. Comment down below obviously what your favourite pickup was. Have you picked up anything that's been amazing recently? And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.